All right, now we're going to have some Elvis song. No, this is our version of an Elvis tune. A lot of people have sung it, but this is an Elvis tune.
Too much hair, huh?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Looking at my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Looking around my door. You can wag that tail. They ain't gonna feed you no more.
Well, they said that you were high class. Maybe I could see through that. Well, they said you were a high class dog, but I could see through that. Maybe I know ain't no real fool.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Looking around my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Just look around my door. Oh, that tail ain't gonna feed you no more. No more.
Our next song was a #1 hit in the United States in 1962. It was originally completely instrumental. Our rendition features the man of the evening, Bud Sewell, and Sandy Sean Stevens on recording. Stranger on the Shore.
letting the tide go out. So all alone and blue, just dreaming dreams of you. I watch your ship as it sailed out to sea, taking all my dreams and taking all of me. The sighing of waves, the wailing of the wind, the tears in my eyes, pleading, oh please return. Why, oh why must I go on like this? Shall I just be a lonely stranger on the shore?
That's that now.
Well,
I'll see you
in a
later.
bit.
So I'd like to introduce the next song that we're going to sing, and I have a lot of time because Bud needs it. In 1962, a song came out written by Bobby Boris Pickett, and it was narrated by a mad scientist, like that crazy monster, late one night, rises from a slab to perform a brand new dance. Well, I learned on the internet that the BBC actually banned that from airplay in 1962 on the grounds that it was too morbid. So I thought, morbid back then? I don't know, but I went and found it, and I agree, it was kind of morbid. Well, Bud's cover of that song is a much more tasteful and fun version. So hopefully he will be out soon, because that's all I know.
Okay, we all have to chant together. Bud, 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 Bud. Come on! He's not Bud.
Does your hair, bud?
All that hair, no way.
You could tell me work at Shadow Lake.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. From a monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he is the mash. He is the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He is the mash. It caught on in the flag. He is the mash. It is the monster mash. I laughed and roared in the gasoline. I went to the bedroom, the vampire feast. The old ball came from the humble abode. And a joke from Bio's throat. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It caught on in the flag. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. Wandered to having fun. The party is just begun. The guest room band, Dracula and his son. Out of his coffin, Frank's voice is ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my tranquil raging wish?" It was a monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
It's time to mash.
It brought on the flash.
It's time to mash.
It's of the monster mash. Now every school right part of the land. By monster mash is the hit of the land. For you believing this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them more is than you.
And you can mash.
And you can monster mash.
Go monster mash.
And to my graveyard
And
smash.
you can mash.
You can darn the flash.
And you can mash.
Then you can run.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bud Sewell and Full Circle Vocal Band. Before our project comes on, we have a presentation from Doc W.C.
Not to be.
C. I have a real job.
Okay, so I'm Bill Long. I currently work as the product lead for the E18G. It's the electronic attendant variant of the F-18 out of the airfield.
And I'm Sandy Sharn-Stevens, and I'm the Deputy Director for Contracts, and I write contracts for this group.
So the base asked us to present on behalf of them an award for Bud here. I mean, he is the epitome of a China Lake rocket scientist. So recently, I've had the privilege of joining Bud in sharing music with Full Circle. I'm relatively new to the group, and it's been a good experience for me. But I first met Bud back in the 1980s. I was kind of a wet behind the ears junior professional, you know, I was just trying to figure out the ropes working there. And I was assigned to the ordnance department, and that's where I first met Bud. I worked on the insensitive munitions program and also the advanced bomb family program before I actually moved out to the airfield. But again, that's where I really got to know Bud. And as you know better than I do, Bud has a presence like no other. And he has a passion for life in everything he does. And I think he truly shines that China Laker spirit. You know, you guys know what the China Laker spirit is. And I think that's Bud. So I've learned a lot from Bud over my years working on bass. His love of the work, his love of history, his love of sharing that history with generations to come, his love of music, his love of people, and most importantly, his love of friendship. And I count myself as truly blessed to be considered one of Bud's friends. So it's with great honor that Sandy and I were asked on behalf of the base to present this award to Bud. Rear Admiral Moran and Technical Director Scott O'Neill could not make it tonight. They expressed their apologies, but they wanted to share in the festivities and celebrating Bud with this award. So I will be acting the part of Admiral Moran, and Sandy will be Technical Director.
Stand up, Scott.
And those of you that know Scott, he doesn't talk very well, but I will try to do better. Anyway, I can tell you personally that I know Scott and the Admiral know Bud, because last summer we went to the China Lake Experience out on the dry lake bed, and I was up there visiting with Bud, and then pretty soon here comes Scott, and here comes the Admiral, and they totally hung around with Bud for a long time, so I know they really do know him and mean these words.
Yeah, they shared that again today in Public Affairs when I got the letter earlier today. So, dear Mr. Sewell, in recognition of your dedicated military and federal service since 1942, please accept our most grateful appreciation of your contributions to the defense of our country while on active duty with the Air Force during World War II, serving as a reservist and as a Navy civilian leader at China Lake.
This letter cannot possibly address all that you accomplished in your 36-plus years of service at China Lake, including work in ballistics, explosives, and telemetry. However, we would like it to convey the deep gratitude and respect of the 6,000 people now working at the Naval Air Warfare Center Weapons Division who continue to benefit from your knowledge and experience.
Your dedication and commitment in the early days of China Lake helped drive the vision that set innovation, excellence, and technical superiority as benchmarks for the important and meaningful work accomplished in our labs and on our ranges then and still today.
Yours is prominent among the many success stories written at China Lake. Drawing from your early work in ballistics instrumentation research to your last position at China Lake as a senior scientist in the research department, the memories you shared at our first China Lake experience in 2014 left a lasting impression on both junior and senior members of our workforce. The passing on of that history is critical to the future and success of our organization.
Today, your energy and steadfast devotion to our country continue to be sources of strength and motivation for many to remain in the fight for freedom. Make no mistake, the warfighter and our nation have benefited from your skilled insight, hard work, and inspiration. On behalf of all the leadership, past and present, and on behalf of the Navy, thank you for your service and continued support of our mission. Very respectfully, Rear Admiral Mike Moran
and Scott O'Neill.
I've got to respond to that just a bit, because Carol says take the wig off. Bad enough I'm wearing her lap. But I look over here in the second row, and there's a man that I met the first day I came on base, October 23rd, 1950, and that's Marvin Backman. Night, when I first came in though, before I went to my office, which was in the ballistics division of the research department, there was a man behind the desk, and he looked up at me and he said, "Do you sing?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You ever sung Gilbert and Sullivan?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Rehearsal is at 7 o'clock tonight." That was not Marvin, but I went to the rehearsal at the old high school, which was where we now find Murray, but it was the high school, and Marv was going to be a policeman in the Pirates of Penzance, and I was going to be a pirate. And we've had a great time since then. In 1955, I was his best man at his wedding to Jean, and my first wife was the matron of honor. That was in April of 1955. And when I married my second wife, Carol, Marvin was my best man.